internet, around here I go back out of diamonds, and welcome to my Fannish reviews. And your eyes are not deceiving you, this is not an Owl Crate unboxing. I'm finally caught up with my unboxing footage for Owl Crate. I love unboxing those videos. I love sharing what the Owl Crate staff curates for us, but I am excited to be back on a regular schedule and giving you more of a variety of videos. This video is my wrap up for mid-October to November. Today is the last day in November when I'm filming this, so I do have my currently reading book with me and I'll share that with you. So mid-October I finished Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. This is a multiverse world's witch tale where Salem in a different alternate universe has taken a much drastic turn than our modern universe, and the protagonist, whose name I can't think of right now, hold on, Lily is her name. She gets pulled out of her modern world in Salem, Massachusetts into this alternative Salem, Massachusetts. There was something about it that I was just like, alright, I love the world building. The world building is so cool, but I think the antagonist characters were a little, like, it wasn't a waste. It just took me a lot longer to read than I usually do because it took me longer to really care. But again, I really liked the story building and just a different take on magic and what magic means in both our modern day society and in this little universe that Josephine has created. And I believe the second book is already out, so if I want to go read it, I definitely could. I just have so many other books that I've purchased that are sitting in this room that need to be read first. However, the next book I read was Dumplin. So good, finished it in like 2 days, 2 sittings, and the only reason I stopped reading is because, like, adult life, I had to go to work. I really love Dumplin by Julie Murphy. I was trying to read it in time for her to come visit and chat with us at a local bookstore, and unfortunately I was not able to go to that chat, but still really cute, fun read, very cool with the body positive messages. And I think it really leads the reader in a healthy place when talking about body shape and size and how it really, well, you'll just have to read the book, especially if you love Dolly Parton. I know that sounds random, but that's all you get. Dumplin was an Owl Crate book, and so is this one. More Happy Than Not by Adam Silva was one of the books that I got in Owl Crate, and I read it. It was from the GLB Teen Month theme, and I really did enjoy it. It took me a while to get into it, and once I did and saw where it was going, there was a lot of build-up. There was a lot of relationship establishing that you kind of get from the cover flap. That would be why I would say it was slow to start, not for lack of oomph, but just because there was so much relationship building that ends up being important later in the story. Some of the relationships, like, I'm sure they're based on real people somewhere, but ultimately the question that this poses about human sexuality and the ability to cure the gaze, which is not something that I believe in, to say the least. It's a really interesting stance and direction, and definitely has value out there in the YA market. The rest of this Just Live Here by Patrick Ness was also a very good purchase that I made. If you remember my European book haul, I purchased this one in Dublin at the oldest bookstore that has been a bookstore in, like, as long as America's been a country. This bookstore has been a bookstore. Not the same bookstore, but a bookstore nonetheless. Such a cool book and an interesting idea about the people surrounding the apocalypse that are not the heroes, the other people that just live in the town that all this crazy, supernatural, and otherwise apocalyptic stuff happens, and what their stories are and how they survive. And because I purchased it in Dublin at Hodges Figs, I'm gonna keep it forever. Second most recent book I read was This Book Is Gay by James Dawson. This book has been on my radar for quite some time, and I finally purchased it a few months ago and then got to reading it recently, and it's such a good book. I really just highly recommend it. Being someone that identifies in the spectrum as well, I definitely enjoyed this book as a learning opportunity. Definitely if you're questioning your sexuality outside of the default straight category, this is really good. It is very light on transgender, but it does address it, which is really cool. And it is definitely, and the author says this, he's a gay man, it is definitely geared more towards the gay spectrum. He's like, this is coming from my perspective and I cannot speak for other perspectives in other situations. And then he uses a lot of research survey questions from other people who identify in perspectives outside of his, which is, I think, what really elevates this book, is just how much care and thought he put into making it. I just feel like this was a solid investment for my library at home. And my last book that I finished this year was Diamonds Are Forever by my friend Michelle Madow. We met on the internet and I've made a lot of videos, and I still will probably make a standalone video about this book soon-ish. Who knows? I still want to. It is on my to-do list. There's the first one in the series. It's always just over my shoulder. But Diamonds Are Forever is the last book in the Secret Diamond Sisters trilogy, and it was very good. You definitely have to read the other two books before you read this one, which I highly recommend. I enjoyed them, and this was a really nice capstone to the trilogy, and I'm excited to see what Michelle writes next. This is the book I'm currently reading, but I have today to read it, is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and so far it is so good, but tomorrow starts December. I mean, I probably posted this into December, which means I'm currently rereading Harry Potter. I'm so excited to do Harry Potter December. I've wanted to reread Harry Potter in order for a long time, so I'm taking December to do it. If I do finish Harry Potter early and I don't finish The Bone Season, it'll be the last new book that I read this year. And if you look at Secret Diamond Sisters as being the last book that I read this year that was new to me, my reading challenge is 52 books this year. I believe that Diamonds Are Forever takes me to 56. I also reread Branded this year before I read its second in this series, and I'm going to reread all of Harry Potter in December, so you can decide how many books I've read this year, but this will probably be my last wrap-up of the year, and I'm very excited that, if nothing else, I finished with Diamonds Are Forever because it was so cute. I hope you're enjoying my videos. The next video posted will probably be a recap of reading Harry Potter or something else. Who knows? I'm really just going to try to post a lot of content in December. That is my goal, and I hope it happens. And so until my next video, whatever it is, happy reading.